Morning, all you beautiful people. My name's Simon. Welcome to Simon's Trading Channel. It is Tuesday, 2 days into the working week. I hope you're all well. And without further ado, let's get straight in to my daily Bitcoin price action analysis. Before I go on, I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. All right, so nothing's changed with regards to my lines of randomness for support on a weekly down at 44 daily, coming in at 47, and then we'll ignore them for a while because price action is miles away from them. What I've done as of today, you might be looking at that chart going, Simon, easy with the lines, boy, easy with the lines, but it's okay, it'll all be fine. This is the the range that I've been banging on about now for nearly a week since Valentine's Day. But as of this point, and it's more obvious, if I switch you to the 4-hour time frame, as of here, the 4-hour put in its support flag straight in there at 51,000, which is why I've now got a support line or line of randomness that's labeled 15 to 4 because it's for all of the time frames less than 4 hours. All right. So if we zoom down to the 15-minute right now, because effectively this is where the lower time frames is where all of the price action has occurred for the last 6 days since Valentine's Day. So that's where I look. And I don't know if you can see this, but this is the way I'm looking at this section of price action now. So when it came up here with this sequence of higher lows, it was in an uptrend. It started to put in some lower highs here, which made you think, is that little mini uptrend over? And then once it broke the midline and put in a lower low, then you start to really think, I think this may be coming down. And lo and behold, it did. And the 4-hour closure was where the blue line is now. So this was when I was going, yeah, the range is broken. Oh, no, it isn't. We're back in the range. So it went back up, right? And then there were a sequence in very similar manner to here. There was a sequence of higher lows and indeed higher highs until it got to the top of the range. And then it put the brakes on, went, and it came back down. And overnight, it got back down to here. Now, it might come further down, but I did spot this. Lower time frame, higher low. There's not a higher high yet, because the higher high has got to get back above here, which is why I've put in this like mini lower time frame resistance line of randomness, which is kind of halfway. It's roughly halfway. So if it gets back above there, then it's looking good for another test maybe of the top of the range. And conversely, below this mini lower time frame line of randomness support, below there, maybe another retest of the 4-hour support. So that's why there's so many crazy lines on. This one is just a line of randomness picking up these two lows and doing a prophecy trend line. Probably won't work, but I'm going to put it on anyway. And we'll see what happens. Now, what was I going to say? What else was I going to say? So that is the sort of price action analysis for today. I was going to mention one other thing. Oh, yeah. It was really about the sort of daily momentum. And so far in this run, the highest momentum achieved was on the RSI back in October when the price was here. And since then, there's been generally declining volatility. No, not volatility. momentum, and it's back up to these areas, this area here now, with price up here. Now, I do wonder if it's had a reset already, but if it hasn't, then what this says is that there is more momentum from the RSI point of view when the price was down here than there is currently where it is up here. All right. Now, that doesn't really mean anything right now, but it's food for thought. And the food for thought is if where the price is at the moment becomes a local high, and it can only become a local high if the price pulls back, then there'll be potential for some bearish divergence over this. It's further away, but there would be a potential for some bearish divergence. But it's only potential, which is why I'm sort of doing it in very vague terms. And it's just worth having in your mind. At some point, this will pull back, right? It's unlikely to go to $1 million without pulling back in a meaningful way on the daily time frame. But at some point, I think it will. Oh, well, no, it must. It must too. Even though I'm a massive bull with big bull horns and a bull tail and a bull on the higher time frames, there must be a pullback at some point. Must be. Because I'd like to pull out my mini bear hands covered in bear hair, which I nearly was this morning because I brushed my two Labradors, which are black Labradors, and oh my God, the hair that came off them was extreme. And I think most of it landed on me. So I kind of looked a bit like a mini bear at that point. All right, that'll do for today. Oh, hello. Looks like it's having a go at pushing above my mini line of resistance, my mini random lines of resistance. So there we are. Right, that'll go. That'll go. That'll do. I gotta go. Have a great Tuesday. It's been a pleasure as always. Let's do it all again tomorrow.